What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 56 of my Total Warhammer II modded Throgg campaign. So as we saw last time, we continue chasing Alariel for the Sword of Cain. Meanwhile, have destroyed a very large part of Lothern, but unfortunately Lothern itself, at the very end of last episode, got attacked by a fairly decent army. I mean, they've got an Arcane Phoenix, a Sun Dragon. I doubt we'll be able to win this because our unupgraded units are all trash. I mean, we'll certainly try. We'll give it the old college try. It might actually be a cinematic battle because it'll be pretty epic watching their super elite units destroying ours. But unfortunately, I don't see this being a win on our side. But hey, we might as well try. Even if they retake Lothern, we'll just hit them again and take it back once again. Annoying to have spent all that money upgrading everything there, but hey, what can you do? Let's get to it. Ooh, alrighty, now this is definitely one of those battles where we have to be really careful because their units are a lot more elite than ours. We don't have a proper lord. We essentially have nothing. Oh, speaking of our lord, we do start off in Vanguard Deployment. I was hoping to catch this princess unawares and kill her before the rest of the armies show up, but unfortunately, there was a unit of the Grey Shadow Warriors here, and they do target our lord and do quite a bit of damage very quickly. A bit of a shame, but we are still going to try to surround the princess by getting the Norsca Warhounds to surround her, and maybe we can do some damage. Otherwise, a fairly simple setup. We do have our Fimir Stalkers waiting in the wings over here to try to surround anybody who moves in, like any of their cav units. We also have our monsters behind our main melee line, although we may get the monsters out to try to get any enemy elites that are caught. We also have the Berserkers acting in essentially the same capacity, where we try to use them to flank, as we tend to do with Berserkers. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Our lord's going to go in and surround the princess, but more importantly, so are the hounds going to help out with this. Unfortunately, as we move in and surround them with this giant pile of hounds, the enemy move in with the Archmage and cast a chain of lightning right on top of them, killing pretty much all the hounds in the first second or so. Quite unfortunate. Fortunately for us, that does not mean that this is quite as bad as it seems. Yes, it is a loss of a unit, but these guys are distracted, and the Grey actually stayed here. Plus, on top of that, they wasted this on a single unit of Warhounds. Really not that huge of a deal, as they could have saved it for a giant pile of units instead. This does mean we have to get the Skinwolf Werekin out, but we can surround the Grey and hopefully destroy them with our Norscan Warhounds in combination with these Marauder horsemen hitting them on the back. The Grey getting attacked by the Grey here, basically, is what we're seeing. Alrighty, now they're surrounded. They probably don't like this very much. They're dropping quite quickly. Oh, they had expert charge defense. That's great for them. It didn't really seem to help them out all that much. And there we go. I think this was a really nice setup with the perpendicular horse throwers, javelin throwers. I wish horse throwers. Marauder horsemen. Get a Cygor to just chuck horse corpses at people. Alrighty, so over here what we got is the enemy Archmage landed, trying to catch our Skinwolf, which was very badly hurt while it's on its eagle. Fortunately, we also have our Trolls, who are going to move in and try to catch this Archmage before it can get away. There we go, perfect. Together with the Manticore, who seems to have gotten the final blow, it looks like the Eagle and the Archmage both go down. Sorry, little Eagle. Adorable though you were, you had to die. Now, we are moving alongside here, and it looks like the enemy AI is going to try to breathe its fire on our hounds. It does clip a few, and yeah, kills about a dozen or so, but that's okay. That's a wasted breath, and these guys aren't out of the picture yet. Now we're going to try to catch the princess the exact same way that we were able to catch that hero there, the Archmage. So try to surround her, try to kill him. They do have the dragon moving in, but she is taking quite a bit of damage here. Unfortunately, it looks like the dragon is going to move enough units to the side to prevent her from getting caught and killed here. So it looks like we're going to have to change towards the dragon. In fact, the rest of our army is going to move in, and it looks like once again the Arcane Phoenix drops on top of the moving Norscan Warhounds, completely wasting its ability just like the dragon did. These Norscan Warhounds are really paying for themselves just by sort of deking out the AI. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now you can see that the Fimir Warriors, all three of our main units of Fimir Warriors, or actually two of these guys, they're moving over here. Hopefully we can trap the dragon, maybe the Arcane Phoenix as well, against all of our monsters, surround it and wreck it. Dragons are surprisingly fragile, and this is a sun dragon, so it's not going to survive a concentrated beatdown from a bunch of monstrous infantry. Over here we have a unit of Dragon Princes who are going to get a nice charge right into our Marauders, our regular Marauders. So obviously this is a terrible matchup for those Marauders, and they are going to get quite wrecked fast. However, hopefully we can surround these Dragon Princes and destroy them by hitting them with the armor-piercing Marauders with great weapons from one side, the Marauder Horsemen, as well as the Marauder Hunters, both anti-large, unless I'm mistaken, or at least the Marauder Horsemen are. These guys aren't, but they are armor-piercing. And they do have Shield Breaker as well, so they could do some decent damage to the Dragon Princes. Plus, we have this unit of Female Warriors who are going to try to attack from the side, as well as this unit of Female Stalkers. We're committing basically half of our resources just to try to destroy these Dragon Princes. If we don't, they're going to be an absolute nuisance, and they're going to charge things. They're going to cycle charge. They're going to do a crazy amount of damage, so we want to get them off the field as fast as possible. And here we go. Surround them first, hit them afterwards. There's some those javelins moving in. Try to prevent them from running away with our Fimir, or at least some of them. There we go. We seem to have trapped at least a few. And it looks like they're going to charge right back in because they got trapped. But then they start moving again. Yeah, the AI is really good at controlling it itself like that. Unfortunately, on this side, one of our units of precious Norscan Warhounds got charged by the enemy unit of War Lions of Trace. Tried to get away, but the Trace Lions caught them and were able to, rip them apart. Obviously. On the bright side, the dragon did indeed get surrounded by the Fimir Warriors, which means that we should be able to bring it down, smack it with those big old metal clubs or mauls, whatever the hell weapons they use there. And down goes that Sun Dragon. Next on the chopping block is going to be this Arcane Phoenix, if we can manage to catch it, as well as these War Lions. While they're here essentially by themselves and fighting all these monsters, we might as well try to take them off the field as fast as possible. Over here, it looks like, unfortunately, the Dragon Princes were able to get out of the press of units, but we are going to continue trying to chase them down, as they are pretty darn important with regards to getting them off the field, or at least that's my feeling. And here we go. At least the Fimir Stalkers are in here now, and they're going to do a lot more damage now that these guys have lost HP, right? That's their whole thing. And there we go, there we go. Now all their numbers drop and this unit is off the field just like that. We do still have the remnants of that Norscan Warhound unit that got charged by those White Lines of Trace, and I decided to put them both in the woods just to wait. We can always use them to catch running away units. And over here, unfortunately, the Arcane Phoenix did get away, but we are going to just continue smacking the White Lines around. Over in the center, it looks like the main lines have collided, and the Phoenix Guard will be fighting the Marauders. A horrible, horrible matchup, and the Phoenix Guard will rip them apart and take basically no damage, of course. We just need these guys to hold the line long enough for our monstrous units to get here and add their support. I mean, these guys have taken, no damage. These guys are at half HP already. So very, very dangerous here. And just waiting on those War Lions. In fact, we can hopefully chase them down with these Norscan Warhounds, which we can see are moving in over here. Chase these guys down while the monsters get to work on the Phoenix Guard. Even that might not be enough to take care of them. But we do have the second, or the rightmost flank, which we now have freed up by no longer having to deal with those Dragon Princes. We're going to try to do damage with our range units to the Lothran Sea Guard unit, and just to try to tie up the other units as best we can so that they aren't firing in range at us. Your allies do indeed abandon you. Alrighty, and they do still have a second unit of Shadow Warriors, which we will need to watch out for. Our Marauder Berserkers are going to try to catch us Lothran Sea Guard, while our Skinwolf Werekin tries to go after that princess and finally get her off the field. Now, the Phoenix Guard have been surrounded by our monsters finally, but the monsters are still having, obviously, a fairly tough time. This unit of Marauders is just about dead. This one's at about half HP, and we need to be careful. We also dropped one of those spear barrages right into the center of the enemy formation, and it basically did nothing. Oh man, Phoenix Guard. So good. Ooh, up here we got a little bit of an aerial ballet going on with the Arcane Phoenix and the Manticore, who has gone into a rampage and is out of control. It looks like The Phoenix is actually exhausted, whereas the Feral Manticore is winded, but it is out of control, and it is a weaker unit in general. 6459 versus 7732. At least it's applying some poison and stuff. But in terms of HP, it's got... the Phoenix has twice as much HP. Plus a bunch of resistances and stuff. Alrighty, well... that's just fine. Where can you finally catch that princess? The Norscan Warhounds, once again, moving in, try to catch those Shadow Warriors, just like we caught the Grey earlier. And together with the Fimir Stalkers, these guys should get wrecked quite fast. And let's see, will the princess go down? And it looks like this portion of the battlefield has gotten quite overwhelmed. And surrounded, down goes their lord. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we are going to use our Norscan Warhounds to chase off this Lothern Seaguard that was taking range damage, so we can switch targets and have this Lothern Seaguard unit attacked by the Fimir Stalkers. All of the meantime, for the last like 3 or so minutes, the Phoenix Guard have just been fighting. They've just been hanging on and doing a lot of damage to basically every single unit here. They're doing a great job, but fortunately, we're taking out the rest of their army one by one unit, especially the more fragile units, while they can't do anything. This Lothern Seaguard is trying to escape, but we are going to chase it down with these Marauders, Marauder Berserkers, rather, in the same way that we're doing to this Lothern Seaguard unit, which is going to get sandwiched by both the Norscan Warhounds and the Fimir Stalkers over here. Range units are trying to kite the Arcane Phoenix around, while the Feral Manticore tries to add some damage to the punch. We also sent the Skinwolf Werekin in, but unfortunately it sort of moved to the center of the formation, and I couldn't get it out, which means it was completely surrounded by these anti-large Phoenix Guard. Not so great for us. Look at its HP. It was just at full HP. It is now at basically dead. These things do insane amounts of damage. 78 with what is this? What does this do? They have Cavalry Bane. Oh, acceleration charge. Oh, that's why they couldn't get out. Prevents acceleration. Yeah, not surprising. Fortunately, it looks like the Phoenix Guard are about on their last legs. They now have lost their martial prowess since they've dropped below half HP, so we should be able to capitalize on that and finally rip them apart with our monsters. Oh, good job, Fimir. This battle is just about over. We have managed to just barely pull it off. It could have gone either way. If they had another unit of Phoenix Guard, or if they had proper use of their elite units, i.e. not the Phoenix Guard, but their Lord and their Dragon, their Arcane Phoenix, then we definitely would have lost. Like, against the player, we would have had no chance whatsoever here. Fortunately, the AI is kind of stupid. I mean, it's really damn stupid. Which allows us to win like this. I mean, fair enough. Granted, the garrisons in Norsca are pretty trash, so at least we have that to rely upon for trying to maintain our territories without having to have a guard in every single place. Which, as you guys know, has been my biggest gripe with Norsca. Anyway, battle is over. We have held on to Lothern. Let's speed it up to max. Try to kill all these Phoenix Guard, just so that if they do come back next turn, that they have to resurrect all those units. And there we go. That should be the last, unless there's another unit I'm missing here. Oh, there's a couple of Phoenix Guard here. Okay. Just shoot them down. I think that should be enough, actually. There's only, yeah. Pyrrhic Victory. Yeah, we did take some damage, but very, very much worth it considering we were able to hold on to Lothern. And I believe in another turn it's going to get its upgraded palisades, or, well, not walls, but quote-unquote walls. Ooh, alrighty, a small-scale battle so close to the end of the campaign, but I thought it was a really fun one. And it came down to the wire at the very last second there. Obviously, the Marauders were getting absolutely annihilated by the Phoenix Guard, who were just so hard to bring down. Fortunately, the AI screwed up by feeding us its elite units, like its Dragon, as well as one of its Lords, and a lot of damage to the other Lord, as well as the Dragon Princes, as well as the War Lines, which we could destroy with our own elites, and we just just barely managed to pull through. The Feral Manticore was unable to bring down that Arcane Phoenix, but that's not really surprising. But at the end of the day, they didn't really get much value out of the Phoenix with only 5.5k damage, as opposed to the freaking 26k and 19k and 20k for the 3 Phoenix cards. I'm surprised we held on to Lothern, but happy that we did. Alrighty, and it looks like, oh, we're still going through the end of the turn. Okay. Enemy killed in battle, assault unit success. Where was this? Killed Hellstad. I have no idea where you are, buddy. Not even a slight clue. Oh, we got more donut to take. And we gotta get that damn sword. Please don't go into the sea. A Roadier change to stance march. Yes, that's great for you, buddy. And okay, that looks like that's the end of this. What else do we have to raise? I just want to double check. Ooh, Creatures of Chaos plus 3 melee defense for Fimir. That's always nice to see. More importantly, I think we need one more eagle. One more eagle, and then I guess one more eagle, then one more hound, then one more crow. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever. Monster Hunt. Oh, we do have the Ragnarok Monster Hunt to do still, but of course we have more important stuff being Alariel, who's carrying the frickin' Sword of Cain. Are you in this army here? No, she appears to be standing in the actual Whitefire Tor. Okay, well that'll be an actual battle for us. I mean, we should really take Evershale as well, but... Huh. I wonder, can we attack this, auto-resolve it, sack it, and then move in here? Will that work for us? We still also need a lot of Nurgle upgrades. Surf, you have insufficient fun? Oh, materials. Wait, what? Wait, oh, Serpent. Oh, that was the wrong one. We don't need Serpent. We need lots and lots of Crow. My mistake. Crow, and yes, Crow all over the place. Nothing but Crow. And we're already out of Crow. Damn, that was fast. That is not nearly enough Crow. I prefer Max Crow. Oh well. Oh well, since everybody, all the monsters are doing that, I actually forgot about... another army where we needed... It wasn't you. It was some other army. Well, we got the Shrine of Cain. I guess we could move over here and destroy this this unit, or we could try to move down here. Everything is pretty much in ruins on this side, so we're not really concerned about anything here. But somebody does need to move through all this territory, so we could move through this as well. Can you actually take this, Tiffy and Alicia? I doubt it. I doubt it. You know what? Let's march stance, and let's go. Well, let's go through this. Can't really heal over here, but that's okay. And oh, these are ports though, so we could take Evershale and Whitefire Tor. Do we sack it anyway? I mostly just want this army to be dead, but I feel like we could auto-resolve it, but it's not guaranteed. This we need to do regardless. No matter what, we need to take Whitefire Tor immediately. Alright, well, let's hope that this is auto-resolvable. We can always break off the siege and move in here afterwards anyway. Yeah, this looks auto-resolvable. Yeah, a little bit of damage. Oh, this will make the battle for Whitefire Tor a little bit harder, not gonna lie. We are going to sack this. I mostly wanted that army dead. Alrighty, so, Throggy boy. You are gonna get in here. And, you know, target Alariel just in case the game bugs out and decides that we haven't actually got what we need to. And we will fight this in a cinematic battle, I think, because we want to see Throgg destroy Alariel with the rest of her host and then grab that sword. Plus, I want to see how much damage she can dish out with the Sword of Cain. Let's continue. I don't think we'll have time for this episode unless I'm mistaken, so we will have to move everybody else around. And then, oh wait, you guys still need Nurgle stuff, right. Where are you going, Surtha? You're going to the Shrine of Loek over here, right? Can you land here? I think you can. Land right there at the shrine, then grab it for yourself. I think there was another little army somewhere around here. Wait, are we at war with Itza? We are not at war with Itza. They won't non-aggression with us. You know what? Wait, attitude. Who likes us? Beric Var still loves us. Bizarre though that may be. And wait, are they willing to do anything? Nah, we're still, even though a lot of factions love us, they're not willing to get into any kind of alliance. I guess we could go for a defensive alliance with the Dread Fleet. I've been holding off because they're kind of useless, but maybe we do this just to prevent other factions declaring war on us, because we're trying to end the game here. There's not much left here. We just want to make sure that we win. All right, you can have the defensive alliance. There we go. Anybody else willing to go defensive with us? Or at least anybody who's strong enough that we would care to go defensive with.
Talk then, but I make no oath for the surety of your life.
Damn. Look at this, plus 1,115, minus 1,183. It's such a bizarre state of affairs there. Plus we're taking all the ruins that we left. Okay, otherwise, Wulfric, you should be able to take White Tower of Koeth yourself. I actually wanted you to move to... Do we move you to Tower of Lysaean instead? And, yeah, but then who's going to take the White Tower? Damn, there's not a lot of ways to go. I mean, Torfanu and Tor Sarwar can be taken by Kiel, but he's not going to be able to take the White Tower. But if we leave these guys here, they're just going to hit up Lothern again. Although probably in a couple turns, well actually if they get like 5 units per turn, they can hit it very soon. Although this will upgrade in 1 turn, so that'll be a little bit better. And Garial, you can upgrade. We'll take a look at our upgrades in a second. Alright, well, we might as well sack Whitefire. Well, White Tower, rather. Can we auto-resolve this? What do we have here in terms of defenses? It's something, but it's not that much. Yeah, I feel like we'll have to fight this, unfortunately. It probably doesn't need to be cinematic style, so let's just wait. I guess we could do that at the start of a next episode. Let's just continue the administration as we set up next episode, because there's going to be a bunch of battles. Okay, Morkaka, you are out here. Oh, you were looking for stuff to raise, and you're basically out of it, aren't you? Alright, let's move you up to Erengrad for when chaos has come. Because if we're not fighting anybody out here, I believe everybody who we wanted to kill is dead. Yeah, okay, so that to me says... that to me says we're gonna move you to Erengrad, and oh, you guys are not going to appreciate our... Oh, and this is... You know what, just march stance up here. I don't think there's anybody up here. Go through our own territory. I'd rather stay away from the dwarves. They're making me kind of nervous, because they could attack Morkaka at any second, and I really wouldn't appreciate that. Let's follow along, Hjalmar. Stay with Morkaka. You stay with Morkaka as well. You guys stay in Altdorf. I guess we can summon an army here eventually. Actually, we will never be able to afford another army. That's another thing. Yeah, we're just trying to get to the end of the line here. I'd say, I don't know, hard to predict how many episodes are left, because in terms of objectives, we're very close. We're not going to bother with the long campaign stuff. We're going with the short campaign victory, especially as destroying Karazkurag feels boring, and we've gone for Lothern instead. And all that stuff. And of everything we have here, we just need to defeat the challengers. So level 3 with any of the gods will come out of all this stuff. So let's see. Wulfric, you are going to wait until next turn. Heroes. Oh, damn. I have to end this episode a little early. I don't like that. Alright, you know what? Maybe we'll then, we'll do the White Tower this episode, since it's not going to be a cinematic battle, because I don't feel like it'll need to be. Although, we could also wait a turn and then just build a bunch of these towers and just wreck face there. You know what? That might be a better option. It might be a better option. I was thinking just go in with the mammoths as we have usually done, but it's probably safer if we play it like this. Okay, well that works for me. I will do all the... Huh. Well, that has to be a cinematic battle. I'm just trying to find a battle that doesn't need to be... Oh, wait, can you attack this? Yes, you can. Alright, we'll auto-resolve this, obviously. And occupy it. Establish outpost. Sack it, or just establish. I mean, 10k is probably not worth it. Faction research rate, yeah, that's fine. And Shrine of Loek, you can build another defensive structure right there. And with that, unfortunately, once again, I am going to call this episode. Next time, we will attack Whitefire Tor and the White Tower of... Well, probably the White Tower of Hoeth both. If Throgg finishes up with what he's doing here, then we can do the monster hunt, although I think I'll save that for a couple episodes, because we know that Throgg needs to start moving out here, because the Challenger is going to start, they're going to start destroying Norsca. And obviously that's an issue, but there's not anything we can really do about it. I think they appear somewhere around here, or at least the Tzinch one does. So we'll see the Challengers when they get to us. But it'll take a while for Throgg to get there, so we need to abandon the donut with him and have it get finished by the rest of our characters. But I guess we'll have to wait until next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.